Rudge. I'm the founding brewmaster and the CEO for Half Pints Brewing Company. I've been in brewing since like August 1st, 1997. And that day basically bought a little homebrew kit at Safeway, brought it home, that weekend, mixed it up, made beer. I basically got bit by the brewing bug. I was, reading lots of technical information, really absorbing stuff, decided it would be a good idea to go to school, get my brewmaster's diploma. So from the day I started homebrewing to the day I became the head brewer at the Bushwhacker, which is really, at that point, one of Canada's top 5 brew pubs, it was less than 5 years. The people that I work for there are all ex-homebrewers as well. And the real crux of things is that the fellow that owned the place, Bev, handed me the brewery and said, go, leave me alone, go create. And it's the best possible situation that you can have as like a home brewer turned pro brewer of, oh, I can do anything? Yep, you can do anything. Your mind has time to wander while you're brewing in the brew house, and it's like, oh, what would it be like to own my own brewery, and what would it be named, and what would it be, what would we do, and so on and so forth. It's like, okay, this is what I want to do, but when I want to open up my own brewery, I want to open it up in Winnipeg. So I had seen the guys from Agassiz open up and have too much equipment and go belly up. I'd seen the guys from Fort Garry have such a huge space that they couldn't retain the ownership of the company. And like all these things happen around us in the industry that we're like, okay, who was actually successful? Well, none of them were successful. The fear was overcoming the idea that, wait a minute, I'm going to be the only locally owned brewery. And from then on in, it was great from the first batch to, after the first year of business, it was like, oh my God, like how come somebody didn't start something like this sooner? We'd have American tourists that would come in here and be like, well, how come you don't have a tap room? Well, because this is Manitoba and it's not legal. So take a 6-pack of beer and go. So getting that changed and then getting the other stuff changed in conjunction with the guys from Fort Garry, the guys from Farmery, the guys now in the Brewers Association, and starting to get other stuff happening. All of that stuff kind of trickles down to what would the best sensible thing be for the industry. And then in a year and a half, well, all of a sudden there's 12 breweries, right? So that to me is just outstanding. Local beer maybe makes up, at the last check, it was something like 5% of the entire market is local beer, right? And you think about somewhere like a Portland or a Vancouver, where anywhere between Vancouver, BC in general, I think it's around about a 20% market share for local beer. And it's somewhere like, let's say Portland, which is like beer mecca, it's 50%. The brewing industry is so young in Manitoba. You've got this point where it's like, really, it is a lot of a camaraderie kind of thing. It's not a me versus you or whatever. And when it is, it's always tongue in cheek, So you set up something where you're going to do a competition with the other guys, and it's always just a complete joke, and the people who end up winning is the people who end up going for a beer.